Hola amigos and welcome to a new episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. All right guys, it's hump day, Wednesday, middle of the week. Almost there for Friday, this weekend, fight weekend. We're all looking forward to see some good fights. Hopefully we'll see a good battle, Mexico versus Mexico. Let's see who remains standing at the end. But this is not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about today about some comments that Mr. Regis Prograis, the former boogeyman of the junior welterweight division, has made in a few YouTube channels. All right, Bill City Boxing, and I think also Box Hype, something like that. But anyway, Matias has mentioned several occasions his intent or his desire to fight or his wish to fight Regis Prograis. All right, and it's something that he's been criticized by, Matias haters or Devin Haney fanboys, or some other groups of people that are continue to deny that Matias, is a real player, is a real threat to anybody else at 140-pound division. All right, and they have criticized him by saying that why would he want to fight somebody that's already been beaten by Devin Haney. He's ducking Devin Haney, or he was ducking Devin Haney, and now we know. It's a weird way how things work out. Poetic justice, I believe. To all those Devin Haney fans who thought Devin Haney was a pound for pound fighter, who thought that Devin Haney was the top dog of 140-pound division. That's all turning his head with his, devastating defeat against Mr. Ryan Garcia. King Ryan, however you want to call him. Justin Bieber, all right? The total destruction of Devin Haney, all right? He was exposed in that fight. He was not able to adjust. And all the other things that I've spoken about in this channel, I don't want to get into again. This is not an episode that we're going to talk about Devin Haney. We're going to talk more about what's going on with Regis Prograis and Matias. And is this all talk by Regis Prograis, or is he for real? So continue to talk about the criticism from some Devin Haney fans about Matias wanting to fight Regis Prograis, who he has mentioned in many times before his intention to send this guy to the hospital due to some comments that Regis Prograis made a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken, about who is Matias. Even before Matias was a champ, he didn't deserve to be a champ, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. And now he pops up again after all those comments. All right, now Matias is a champion. He has defended his title. He's beaten everybody by knockout. All his wins are by knockout. And he continues. He pops up now. And he says, I want to fight him next. I want to fight Matias next. He has fought nobody. He has nobody good on his record. They're all C-level opponents. He's not a boogeyman to me. That's what he said. In other words, putting on my own version of the comments that he made in some of these YouTube channels, Regis Prograis. And he continues to criticize Matias as someone who has not fought high level opposition, someone who is really not a boogeyman, somebody that, that has never fought an elite fighter like himself, that he was the real boogeyman. But, and this is what is the common denominator. The common denominator. You remember that in math class, the common denominator? Right? Well, this is the common denominator in all these guys. All these guys. Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, all these other guys, People Cruz, Ryan Garcia never mentions him, but whenever they mention the name of Subriel Matias, there's always a but in there. There's always a but in there. They're saying, yeah, we'll fight him, we offered him this, but guys, it's the same thing. Now, Regis Prograis is saying he'll fight him, but he'll have 1 or 2 more fights. He'll fight him next, but how can you gonna fight somebody next if you're gonna have 2 more fights? All right, I can understand him having 1 comeback fight. You know, get back in the groove of things, make things interesting for Subriel Matias, but 2 fights. Come on, guys. Then he mentions at I think it was a Mill City Boxing, where he talks about the IBF rehydration clause, you know, about being 10 pounds overweight. You can't be over 10 pounds a day of the fight. Oh, I'm not too keen about that, but I want to fight him. Bro, come on, you're contradicting yourself. You either want to fight him or not. You want to be a champion, or you're just talking shit. And that's what happens with all these guys, and they are actually fooling fans out there, thinking, you know, these gullible fans are taking bits and pieces of what, you know, their boys are saying, their idols are saying, but they're not seeing the whole picture. And the whole picture is that nobody wants to face Subriel Matias. That's the honest to God truth. Nobody wants to face him. There's always a but in there. There's always an excuse. There's always the offers when Matias just fought, when Matias had an injured hand. You know, all these offers, you know, that then they turn out to be debunked. The ducking, the so-called ducking from Matias, that so many people took and ran away with, that they didn't know Spanish, they didn't know what the correct translation was, what Matias was saying. They went and ran with it, with that excuse, with that narrative. All right? And that was debunked. And all these guys had to eat their words. All the Devin Haney fans had to eat their words. All right? Now, this guy pops out of nowhere after getting his ass beat. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. This guy wants no part of Matias. He's just trying to remain relevant and trying to negotiate a fight with somebody less risky than Matias. That's the honest truth. You think Regis Prograis has any chance against Subriel Matias, guys? I don't think so. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait and see what happens with Subriel Matias and Liam Paro. And like I've said before, and I hope I'm right, you know, and I hope that Subriel Matias keeps focused and is not distracted by his fans in Puerto Rico, fighting in his island, in his hometown. I know it's in Manatí, I know it's not in Fajardo, but when I say hometown, I'm referring to Puerto Rico. Fighting in front of his fans and his people, that doesn't distract him, and he's able to perform the way he usually does and takes out Liam Paro before the 7th round. That is my prediction. All right, I'm looking forward to that. That's in a little over a month. All right, guys. So if he does that, Subriel Matias does that, will the likes of Regis Prograis continue saying that Matias hasn't fought anybody of relevance? And that's what, you know, the narrative is. Oh, Matias hasn't fought anybody. Nobody good. And in all honesty, he hasn't fought nobody of notoriety. Being notorious, being, you know, famous, having being in the words of people out there, in the mouth of people out there, doesn't mean you're not good. There's a lot of fighters that we don't know, that a lot of people, you know, don't know about, but they're excellent fighters. Everybody that Matias fought has been ranked. Top level fighters. He's won 2. And I've gone through over this several times, guys, and I'm going over it again because I know there's that criticism. But he's won 2 title eliminator fights. One of them ended up in the tragic death of Max Dadashev. This guy's knocked out everybody in his path. So, again, my opinion is that Regis Prograis just wants to remain relevant. He's talking crap. You know, he's using the same narratives that he used before, and that's only adding fuel to the fire. If you want to fight Matias, fight him this year. How come you don't have a fight now in June? Fight now in June, July, and then fight him again at the end of the year. Fight for the title. You want a title? You got to fight the man. In order to be the man, you got to beat the man, right? But no, nobody wants part of this man, because this man is a monster. And in all honest truth, like I said before, he's the only remaining champion at 140 pounds. The only original 140-pound champion who has stuck by the IBF rules, rehydration rules, who started his career as a junior welterweight for 12 years. He's still a welterweight, a junior welterweight. He hasn't gone up in weight. All the other guys came up from 135. Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Pitbull Cruz. All these guys. The only remaining champion who is an original 140-pounder is Subriel Matias. So let's see what happens with Liam Paro. Like I said before, I really think this guy's blowing smoke up people's butt. Talk about Regis Prograis, and he really doesn't want to fight him. He just doesn't want to face him. And you can read into his comments that he really does not want to face Subriel Matias, because there's always a but in there. He's saying maybe in 2 fights that he doesn't like. You know, he's already coming with the Richardson Hitchens excuse about the IBF. What happened with Richardson Hitchens? Is it mandatory for Subriel? Did he take that fight? No, he's scared. He's scared. Everybody's scared. They wanna age Matias. They want to age him out. Wait till he's older and slower and all that stuff in order to fight him and take his title. But right now, they won't fight him. But anyway, guys, this is what I have for now. Please let me know what you guys think. Does Regis Prograis really want to fight Subriel Matias, or is all of this smoke and mirrors and false narratives and a way of getting people talking about, oh, Regis Prograis called out Matias. Oh, man, look. You know, he says he's not the boogeyman. In all reality, all he's trying to do is remain relevant and have people talking. But he's really, in my opinion, he's really not going to want to face Subriel Matias, especially after Subriel Matias disposes of Liam Paro. So please let me know what you guys think. Share your comments in this channel. Remember to like, share, subscribe, guys. But this is all for now from a rainy day here in Miami, Florida. Coach Mario, owner, head coach of Warriors 5 Boxing Academy, with another episode of Inside the Ropes saying hasta la vista. God bless you all, and peace.